PL450e and PL435e Operator Guide. Contents. Basics. Turning on and off the main power. Make sure that the power cord to the booklet maker is plugged into a live wall outlet. Open the booklet maker top cover and press the power button. Close the booklet maker top cover. Changing staple cartridges. Open the booklet maker top cover, press the stapler cartridge ejector levers and pull out the staple cartridges. Replace by using a new staple cartridge into stapler until it snaps into position. Close the booklet maker top cover. Installing the small paper kit. Changing paper width below 206 mm will start a step-by-step guide in the UI to help installing small paper kit. Start by loosening the following knobs. Loosen the knob that is holding the right side jogger extension, lift it up and remove it. Fit the keyhole-shaped cutout around the upper knob. Slide the slotted holes under the black knobs and tighten them. Repeat the same process for the left side jogger extension. Close the top cover and confirm. Installing the corner staple kit. Select staple, then corner staple, then confirm. If an incompatible paper size has been selected, the system will guide the user to a compatible format. Selecting corner stapling will start a step-by-step guide in the UI to help installing the corner staple kit. Open the top cover. Loosen the knobs on the left side jogger. Open the cable fastener on the front frame. Lift to remove the corner staple kit. Slide the slotted holes on the corner staple kit under the loosened knobs. Tighten the knobs. Connect the cable. Close the top cover and confirm. After a step-by-step corner stapling installation, a prompt will appear on the UI to raise the cover of belt stacker. Lower the lever and lift the stacker cover. Emptying face trim waste bin. The message, "Empty face trim waste bin," will be shown on the user interface when the face trim waste bin is full. Pull up and out the lower door and empty the face trim waste bin. Reinstall empty face trim waste bin and close the door. Press done to continue the job. Docking and undocking. To undock the booklet maker system, push in the latch on the docking assembly. Push in the latch and move the booklet maker away from the upstream device. Making booklets. Paper size. To change paper size, select paper size. Choose desired size of paper and press confirm. To create a custom paper size, select Paper Size. Press Custom Size, then Edit. Set the desired width and length either by pressing the plus and minus buttons or by pressing the width or length numbers. Select Confirm. Select booklet size and choose one of the two suggested booklet sizes. Select Confirm. To select a custom booklet size, select Booklet Size, then Custom Booklet Size, then Edit. Set the desired width and length either by pressing the plus and minus buttons or by pressing the width or length numbers. Select Confirm. Square back. The square back in the finishing module has 3 different settings: auto, manual, and off. To toggle between auto and manual modes, press square back. Turn off the following switch to activate manual mode or turn it on to activate auto mode. In manual mode, choose from one of the 9 square back modes. Select Confirm. To turn off square back completely, select square back, make sure that auto mode is disabled and on the slider select off mode. Fold position. Select Fold. Press the plus button to move the position closer to the front cover and the minus button to move the position closer to the back cover. Select Confirm. Staple settings. Staple status can be set to either saddle stapling, edge stapling, corner stapling, or disabled. To adjust saddle staple, select Staple. Press the plus button to move the position closer to the front cover and the minus button to move the position closer to the back cover. Select Confirm. To enable edge stapling, select Staple, then Edge Staple and Confirm. When enabling edge stapling, a prompt will appear on the UI to lift the cover of belt stacker. Lower the lever and lift the stacker cover. To enable corner stapling, select Staple, then Corner Staple and Confirm. Enabling corner stapling. Start step-by-step guide in the user interface showing how to install the corner staple kit. See detailed guide on how to install corner staple kit on basics section of this video. Select Confirm. To disable stapling completely, select Staple, and uncheck currently selected stapling mode. Select Confirm. Set registration fine adjustment. Select booklet size, then set registration, then check set registration. Feed one set from the printer. Open the top cover and inspect if set is compiled without being buckled too loose. In this case, set is being compiled too loose. Close the top cover. Use the minus button to decrease the distance between stop gate and back joggers. Press Verify adjustments. Repeat this process until set is compiled tight, but without being buckled in any orientation. Open the top cover and check adjustments. The set is now compiled correctly. Close the top cover and confirm adjustments. Trim waist fan settings. Select booklet size, then trim waist fan. To guide the trim strips into the trim waist bin more effectively, you can adjust the airflow of the trim waist fan. If auto mode is not sufficient, disable it to activate manual mode. Use the plus button to increase or the minus button to decrease the intensity of the airflow. Select Confirm. Skew compensation. Select Fold, then Skew compensation. If booklet is skewed in this direction, press plus button. If booklet is skewed in this direction, press minus button. Select Confirm. Setting up a booklet job. Go to Settings, then Finishing tab. Choose the output tray and press OK. Manual feed. In the user interface, select Manual feed. Open the manual feed cover. Adjust the manual feed side guides to the correct size if needed. Press the green hand button. Feed sheets. To stop the feeding process, press the red stop button. Close the manual feed cover. Tools. Production priority. Select production priority. Using productivity mode, the productivity will be higher, but the system will get more demanding for high-quality media. Media below 120 GSM for coated media or media that has a slight curl will generally run better in the precision mode. Square back offset. Select square back offset. Select sharper edges by pressing the plus button, or softer edges by pressing the minus button. Select Confirm. Stacker full detection. Select Stacker full detection. The stacker full detection counts the sheets and booklets fed to the belt stacker. Leave the stacker full detection set to on if you want the system to stop and cycle down when there is a risk of the belt stacker being full. Select Confirm. Cleaning cycle. Select Rotate. Select Confirm. Guides. Select Guides, then Training. Scan the QR code to access operator training video or manual for this system. Turn switch to on or off, depending if you want this window to show during startup of the system. Units. Select Units. Select desired units by pressing the millimeter or inch button. By selecting metric, inch or Japan series, the corresponding common paper sizes will be shown in the paper size menu. Select Confirm. Language. Select Language, then choose desired language. Software version. Select Software version to see the software version of all modules in the booklet making system. Service mode. Service mode function is authorized service personnel only and is password protected. Jobs. Saving a job. To save a job, start with selecting the desired settings of the job. Select Jobs, then Save As. Enter the name of the job and confirm. The job is now saved and active. If any changes are made in currently loaded job, it will be indicated by an asterisk next to the job name on the main menu. To save changes, select Jobs, then Save. The asterisk next to job name is gone. That means that all of the changes made are saved successfully. Loading jobs. To load a different job, select Jobs, pick desired job and select Load. A different job has now been loaded. Deleting jobs. To delete a job, select Jobs, pick a job to delete and select Delete and confirm. Clearing misfeeds. Misfeed inside the booklet maker. To clear a misfeed indicated in area BM1, open booklet maker top cover and lift up in feed drive paper guide. If necessary, carefully open up side guides to a wider position and remove the misfed sheets. Lower the in-feed drive paper guide. To clear a misfeed in the uplift, open manual feed cover. Pull the manual feed tray away from booklet maker and remove misfed sheets. Push the tray back towards the booklet maker. Close the manual feed cover. To clear a misfeed indicated in area BM2, open and then close the top cover. If system does not purge, remove misfed sheets manually by opening the top cover and folding up the transport belt assembly. Lower the transport belt assembly. Additionally, if better access to jammed sheets is required, pull the levers as shown and remove the upper fold roller paper guide. Lift up the transport belt assembly. Pull the levers as shown and remove the lower fold roller paper guide. Remove the jammed or misfed sheets. Reinstall the lower fold roller paper guide. Secure it by pushing the lever away from the center of the machine. Lower the transport belt assembly. Reinstall the upper fold roller paper guide. Secure it by pushing the lever away from the center of the machine. Misfeeds in the finishing module. To clear a misfeed indicated in area FM1 and FM2, open and then close the top cover. If system does not purge, open the top cover and remove jammed or misfed sheets manually. Close the top cover. To clear a misfeed indicated in area FM3, simply look for any jammed or misfed sets or booklets in this area and remove them. Maintenance. Booklet maker maintenance. Open the top cover. Lift up the upper exit belt assey. Pull the levers as shown and remove the lower fold roller paper guide. Clean the lower exit belts using lint-free cloth and soap water. Move belt by hand to access and clean entire length of the belt. Clean the upper exit belts using lint-free cloth and soap water. Move belt by hand to access and clean entire length of the belt. Clean the lower fold rollers with a lint-free cloth. Remove the upper fold roller paper guide for easier access when cleaning the upper fold roller. Clean the upper fold roller with a lint-free cloth. Close the top cover. To rotate the fold rollers, select Tools, then Cleaning Cycle. Select Rotate. Open top cover, clean visible part of the upper and lower fold rollers. Close top cover, press Rotate, repeat the process until fully clean. Clean the infeed belt and rollers with water and lint-free cloth. Turn the shaft with other hand to gain access to the whole length of the infeed belt. Clean both rollers. Lift infeed drive paper guide. Clean the transport belt with water and lint-free cloth. Move belt by hand to access and clean entire length of the belt. Make sure not to damage the pusher that is attached when moving the belt. Clean off dust from the infeed sensor Q1 with a lint-free cloth. Lower the infeed drive paper guide. Clean off dust from the paper path sensor Q14 using lint-free cloth. Reinstall the lower fold rollers paper guide. Secure it by pushing the levers away from the center of the machine. Lower the upper exit belt assey. Clean off dust from exit sensor Q2 with a lint-free cloth. In order to clean the clincher area, first remove staple cartridges by pressing the ejector levers. Wipe the clincher area with a clean rag. Replace the staple cartridges by pushing them into the stapler until they snap into position. Close the top cover. Finishing module maintenance. In order to clean the square back clamps and roller, the trimmer unit in the finishing module needs to be at the left side close to the booklet maker. To move the trimmer unit, close the top cover, press the paper size button, select 225 by 620 paper size and confirm. Select manual feed and press the green hand button. Press the red stop button once it appears on the screen. Open the top cover. Trimmer unit has now moved to the left side, making the access easier. To make access easier, push the square back roller housing towards the middle of the machine. Lift up the following shaft. Clean the upper and lower clamp beam. Clean the rubber wheels and tire foam rollers using a lint-free cloth. Gently clean the leaf springs using a lint-free cloth. Clean the square back roller. The roller can easily be rotated by hand. Close the top cover. To gain access to all sensors, trimmer unit needs to be moved to the center of the finishing module. Press the paper size button, select A3 paper size and confirm. Select manual feed and press the green hand button. Press the red stop button once it appears on the screen. Open the top cover. Clean sensors Q13 and Q14 with a lint-free cloth. Clean sensor Q20 with a lint-free cloth. Clean sensor Q23 with a lint-free cloth. Move the trimmer unit closer to the booklet maker if necessary. Lift up the cover with your hand and use lint-free cloth to clean belt stacker sensor. Clean in feed module foam rollers. If access is required, move the trimmer unit all the way to the exit side. To move the trimmer unit to the exit side of the finishing module, close the top cover, press paper size button, select A4 long edge feed paper size. Select manual feed and press the green hand button. Press the red stop button once it appears on the screen. Open the top cover and clean the foam rollers with water and lint-free cloth. System maintenance is now complete. Close the top cover.